Hello again, Internet. Today I am making a new version of my laser cut wooden box. I got to like revision 10 with the old one, but it was getting incredibly slow to regen, and it also had some issues when it came to wanting to engrave designs onto the material as opposed to just cutting it out. So I'm going to kind of restart, try to make this more efficient, more efficient to regenerate. And in addition to that, I also want to make it a lot easier to put graphics on that'll be engraved as opposed to just cut. So, since it's wood, and I don't know the exact thickness of the wood, I'm going to have to use a variable for that. And I'm going to dimension this based on what can fit inside of it. Actually, come to think of it, the top area is not going to have any space. I don't want the top area to have space because then what's ever down here can jostle around. Yeah, so let's just start with that. We can add to those later as we go. Okay. So this is equals to inside space x equals inside space y. And I will select this chain and offset it. I can't put a formula here, so I'm just going to say 10. I can put a formula here. And then I will go that way with it. And I'll put a bottom on it as well. And I don't need to merge that. So that's the bottom part of it. I can just reuse the sketch. Top height minus my material thickness. I don't want to merge it. And then, sketch there, convert there. Say that's equal to my material thickness. Okay. And then we want a hinge. Sorry, we do not want a hinge. We want a latch. I'm going to make my own hinges. And I already got this open, which is this latch. It's even got surfaces for lining it up with things. It's all very nice. So I'm going to insert that part, and don't want the materials. And this is multiple pieces, but for the sake of making this as easy as possible, I want to make this a single piece. So I'm just going to convert both of those, do an extrude of that and that up to up to there, and combine those as well. So now it's just the surfaces. I'm going to hide this for the moment. I'm going to select all those, and this is going to be coincident with that, but the other way. There we go. This with this. And then, what do I want for that? Distance, I suppose. Maybe like 15 looks good. Just picturing my thumb. So I'm holding out my thumbs in front of me, like I'm holding this box and I'm going to go to open it. And the center of my thumb is at 43 millimeters. So, what I'm going to do is change this to this and that. And call it 40. There we go. And then this we can mirror that. Mirror this. There we go. And we don't need these surface bodies anymore. So that looks good. Let's get this back. I want to break that reference to the part so that it's all just inside one part. It's not linked to anything. Okay. And now to make sure this closes straight, I need kind of a cutout and key that like will line up. So I'm going to go like that, make that a for construction. Take these and this and say mirror. Alright. These are tangent and equal. These are tangent. I'm going to draw two lines to make this closed in. I'm going to say this is tangent as well. Alright. Okay, so first we'll use the liner angle. Then we'll use the aligner tall. Bring that back in. So we have two lines here. And this one goes to there. This one goes to there. And then I'm just going to make them both for construction and equal. There we go. Okay, there's more there than I want. I think this needs to be for construction. There we go. Let's try it again. Okay, so I'm going to go up to next. Okay, I'm going to go equals material thickness. And then only in this part. Hide that. Reuse the sketch. And I'm going to go up to there. And merge that. Okay, so now I've got an aligner left to right, and on the sides I don't really need one because I've got the pins on the back, so it should just need that, I believe. Alright, then speaking of that, I need the hinges. Okay. Okay, so these should be concentric. There we go. And I'm going to say this equals my hinge pin non-diameter. Okay, I'm going to say this equals that times my material thickness. Okay, so this will be tangent, this will be coincident, and figure probably just like 45-degree angles here should do the trick. We're probably going to want some kind of lock thing too, but we'll figure that out as we get to it. So these are tangent. I'm going to say these are perpendicular and equal, and then they'll be locked in like that, real nice. And I'll put in a line and a line, so it can be easily converted. So I need this, this, nope, this, come on, there we go, and that, and then I'm going to just trim that, and it needs to come in as well. Now that I say that, I'm wondering, do I want it to come all the way to the bottom? I think I would, actually. Just delete this sketch and go back to here. And we don't need these lines at all. Okay. So then I'm going to go from there up to here. Actually, this can go all the way to the top. And this will be tangent. And then put a radius on there. delete the dimension for it and make that equal. Alright, and do the same thing on the bottom. Equal. Okay. So it's a little long, I know, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. And go up to there. We'll say this is equal to material thickness plus material thickness times that. And then we'll do the same thing here to there. Okay. So that'll just be to drive the next sketch. So I've got this, that, this, and this. Convert. Then I don't need that or this. So I should be able to extrude that. Let's see, do I want it to be right up to the top though? I do not. Okay, it's cut in by that much, and I'm going to do the same thing down here. And put a new line there, and we can hide that. We can hide those. Let's see if this works. Alright, so our offset is going to be equals material thickness. We're going to go this way, and we're going to equal material thickness. And just like that, we've got our first bit. Okay, let's say we take that, and that. We convert them, and then we put two rectangles down. That for construction, make that equal. Even just that material thickness, I'm thinking not going to have much meat to play with there. Very little. Okay, so that idea is problematic. So it will go all the way to the top. It's going to have to. And that. Okay. So let's get rid of these. First, get rid of that. Then I can delete that safely. Then I can delete those. And put that in. Cut that out. And I'll convert that as well. Let's see if that extrudes. It does not. Wondering what I'm missing. Okay, does it work now? It does. So I will start it on that surface. Say that's equal to my material thickness. And going that way. Alright. That's the basic concept of the hinges anyway. I'm just going to stack a bunch of those on either side. So let's see. Use it again. and I'll go that way, and then use this again. Okay, and I'm supposed to use that one more time. Is that enough, or do I want one more set? That's only 2 actually being used. Then again, gotta cut deeper for each deeper one. I'll hold off and just call that good enough for now. Alright, let's say sketch on here, and I go like this, and I go like that. And these are going to be equal. And this is going to be equal to material thickness. Alright. Then I'm thinking I want as much material inside of this as outside of this. So what I can do is go from there and go 2, and then go to there, go there, go 2, and down to there. Okay. See if it'll just be friendly and let me do this, or if I have to stretch stuff around. I have to stretch stuff around. Okay. Start with making those equal, and then we'll make those equal, and then we can make the last one equal, and hopefully it works. Geez, I can't click anything today. Okay. And for construction parallel equal. For construction parallel equal. And then one last equal. Alright. So then we can do an extrude cut through all on this, 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 and this. Now, right now, if I were to open this up, it would swing all the way open and around, and the cover would be exactly flipped 180 degrees. I don't want that. What I'd want is for it to open up 90 degrees straight up, and then another 15 degrees, and that's it. So I'm going to figure out how to make a block for that. So I'm just going to go ahead and convert that. And then I'm going to do this line here. Oh, I think I hit something I didn't want to hit. Let me draw in a new line here. Okay, so these are tangent, just like that's tangent. And it's not going to do that. So 105. Okay, there we go. And then just going to convert that whole thing and go from there to there. So that's kind of a mess, but it should. It's too dirty. It is dirty. So I want from there to there. We'll go down to here. We'll turn these back on. We'll go from here all the way up to there, I suppose, and make these equal, make these parallel, and I'm fully defined. Okay, so if I extrude boss, and I want to start, hold on, not quite ready to extrude that boss yet, because what I actually want is this. Make those all good to go. Put this line in right here. Make that for construction. And I'm going to convert this inside loop. Alright, I think that's everything I want. We'll find out if it lets me extrude it. It does. Good deal. So, go like that. We don't want to merge the results. I'm going to reuse that again. And again, I don't want to merge the results. Okay, let's hide this. So, sketch on here and say I want that and that, except I actually want this. Get rid of that. And let's see. Let me grab this line because we want this line right. If I just draw a vertical there, that's all set for me. I don't need another dimension again. So I want to extrude just this bit here. So let's, for construction, everything that goes outside of that. And go like that. I think that should work. Alright. Then I will reuse that a couple times. And once again, okay. So now if I hide and show and I save, now just as a test, let's try moving these bodies. So just grab all the bodies that make up the top, and I say I want to rotate those around this axis by 105 degrees. There we go. And we'll evaluate interference detection between these. No interferences. Beautiful. Means I can delete my axis. Moves the body copy too, or body move. And I'm going to click save. Because I've got a hinge design. I've got a latch that I'm just going to buy. Well, I've already got a bunch of them actually. So then, what else do I need? Well, one thing I need is to turn this all into wood pieces. That's the big thing I need, honestly. So let's go on the top here. These squares are things I want to keep. We have it. And we'll go like that and say equal
And then it's going to be equal to material thickness times 2. Then I want another rectangle, like so. And this is going to be just to the middle of these, so 1, 2. So go midpoint and midpoint. And do the same thing down here. I can just go midpoint and midpoint, drop them like that, and do a coincident and a coincident. Okay, that's the basic shape, and then I'll need to add teeth to it also. But let me just for construction this and say I want to go here to here to here. I'm just going to trace along. Actually, I don't need to trace those. So those are already there, so I don't want to go on top of them if I don't have to, if there's no reason to. So I'm just going to make them all not for construction. Alright, so go draw in the missing bits. And go down to there. And there. So those are parallel. Those are parallel. These are parallel. And these are parallel. And that's everything. Alright. So I'm going to say this is equal to my material thickness. And I don't want to merge it, and it's there, which means I can get rid of this body, like so. Alright, so these are up to the top, and I want teeth to be here. Would these be the teeth? I suppose I could put the teeth in them. That means all these teeth have to be exactly material thickness, which this one already is. So that's not the end of the world. Yeah, I suppose that's what I should do. So I'm going to go from there to there, there to there, and I'll mirror it afterwards. Equal. Alright, oh, and I'd like to put a small chamfer at the end of my teeth. And it's going to get a lot smaller later on, but for the sake of this, it's just easier if it's large right now. And yeah, I'll put that in separately. Let's say this, select this, and mirror. Alright, so equals material thickness. I do want to merge the result though. Alright, so then these are, wait. So, okay. I don't know what I was thinking just now, but that's not what I need at all. And I'm going to get an error about that. Alright, so that's where this material is solid. Then this material is cut out. What am I thinking? Make sure this is still correct. Make sure this is still correct. Alright. So yeah, that is how I want it to be. So then this area here, I need to work on that now. But I will start working on that back here, because I just need to have this dimension, which is just a reference dimension.
I'm going to use it in the next sketch. Okay, now the math begins. So put down a couple of lines. Alright, so I'm going to say this is equal to the total length we've got to work with, divided by my material thickness. Okay, so it says it should be about 70 teeth. Alright. Come on. Alright, there we go. Actually, and I want it to be tooth quantity, not tooth city. Alright, so I'm going to take that whole thing and subtract 1 from it, and then divide it by 2. And then put that all in there and say int, which will round it down to the nearest whole number. And then I want to multiply that by 2, and then I want to add 1. Okay, so I'll just add that to my notepad. There we go. Alright, so how wide will the tooth be? What did I call that? There we go. So I'm going to say I needed this dimension here. I'm going to say it's equal to that divided by that. So now, based on that, we can go like so, and then I can say equal, and we for construction these two lines, and I can just do a coincident there, and then a line here, and an equal. Alright, so that'll be that first tooth. Now I have a quantity to use for it too, so that's good. So then I need a side one. So should I make another sketch, or should I go back and reuse this sketch to get the side? I think I'm going to go back and reuse this sketch. So I'm going to do convert for construction, grab another dimension like so, alright, then I can say 2 lines, doesn't really matter where they are. Alright, so this is equal to that. What's this formula? Can I just reuse that? I think I can. Only difference is it's D2 instead of D1. And I'll even kind of reuse the name if I can. Alright. Then this one, going to reuse that basically. So this is D2. And this is that. Alright. And this will be the inspiration for this name. Okay, so we've got some formulas working for us now. So I'm going to make a square, well, a rectangle. This will be coincident, and this will be equal, and this will be for construction, and then this will be equal to this. Alright, so I've got my first there. I'll put another one over there. It's just the same. Say equals, and then this will be equal as well. Okay. And then I need one at the front too. Okay, so go back in here again. Convert this time. Pull that out. And that. Cancel. I want to, for construction, that. Then open the sketch again. Need another 2 lines. Make those horizontal and for construction. And so I want, it's just going to be D3, right? Okay, and for name I can just copy from here. Okay, call it that. Alright, and it's just that dimension divided by that. So, can I please click on the dimension? Maybe I can. Had it there for a second. Come on, there we go. D3 at sketch 14. So this is equal to that divided by that. And then just copy this whole thing. And go like so. Alright. So then just need to make another rectangle. Do a coincident, do an equal, make a line from there to there, for construction and equal. Alright, so I have my initial teeth all around. If I hide this, I can extrude up to here. Okay. That's my basic top, and that will also be the bottom. So before I do that, I want some chamfers. Can I say this is equal to something? I sure can. And there we go. So I'll just put this on every one of these. I'm not going to put it on the outside there, because that isn't really a tooth. Just hide these out of the way so I can actually work. And then continue. There, 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 and there. I'll do it the same over here. And grab all of these, just keep going around, grabbing all of the edges that I want to chamfer. And there. I think that's all of them. Alright. Then I can sketch down here. Just convert that. Equals my material thickness. Going that way. I hide this. And then I say I want to delete that. So show everything, save this. So I've got the basic design at the bottom and the top. Alright, so let's just start with the next piece, I guess. So convert those. Say it's equal to material thickness, and it's going in, and then I will hide this. Alright, so I'm going to need a tooth there. I'm also going to need teeth cut out, I think. And you know what? I should just edit this sketch. It's wrong. It's not what I want. I want to be shorter slightly by material thickness. Actually, I can just go here. Say coincident. And then go here and coincident. That's better. Now I can add teeth as needed. And I'm going to grab a dimension here. So I can do a sketch here. And I'll just put some lines out in space this time. Horizontal, nope. Let's make it vertical for construction. And we'll fix these points. So this equals that divided by material thickness. So it should be about 7 teeth. Do I want it to be, see, I want this one to be out. How's this back piece going to work? So the back piece is like not even going to exist except for in here. Let me see what the back piece is actually supposed to look like before I go any further. There we go. Okay, and then we can hide this. Then I need to cut more of it out. And let's see. If I just convert convert that. Okay. Then I can convert that. Alright. So this, there, to there, and there. Beautiful. So that's the part I want to keep. Which means this part goes away. Okay, so if that part goes away, these have to be the fingers, which I've already determined. That's fine. I can have a tooth right there. I'm just wondering about interfacing with this one, because it's going to be like tooth on top of, what does it engage with? There's nothing sticking out there. I'm thinking I might have to get more creative with this opening. So let's go back a ways, I guess. Let's see. Hide these. This sketch. Nothing there. This one. This sketch I need. Okay. So if I convert this, it's 21.89. Actually, I don't need to convert that. So I can say that this is equal to my top height minus my material thickness, which would equals top height minus material thickness. Okay, 2189, 2189. Fix vertical for construction. Okay. So that's the space I have to work with, divided by my material thickness. Okay. So then I divide that by 2, and then I want to make that, round that down, and then times 2. Alright, so there we go. Alright, then we need, we don't even, we just use equals that. Make a new line. Fix vertical for construction dimension equals that, and divided by that. It's going to be that. Okay. So now let's get rid of those. And this is going to be equal to this. But this is not midpoint anymore, which means this can be equal to that. Alright. It's admittedly tricky, but we'll get through it. Oh, that's interesting. Let's go perpendicular, lock that in place. So then we have 6 teeth, and we need to we'll figure it out later, but we're just going to do the top and bottom tooth holes, not all of the tooth holes. So I'll get rid of these, and let's see, make these perpendicular. Alright, then so that's 180, which is just inside material thickness. Alright. Okay, quite a bit of material thickness. And do I want it to be alternating on this one as well? I think so, yes. So new integer or new formula value. Then we'll do the same thing for the count. Inside space divided by that. Okay. So if I take this and say it's equal to this and this, alright, it's still not fully defined, because do I even need that? Didn't even need that. So I've got my first hole there and my first hole there. So that will be holes in these, so it can't go down anymore. So yeah, that's where the first hole has to be. So that'll be solid material, so solid material at the end, solid material at the end. That's good, I think. Which means these don't need to be like that anymore, because, well, no. 10. Where was 10? That. I'm going to go back to it. Alright, so these are the holes. That means that's solid material. Okay, so that won't be solid material up there. Which means there'll still need to be time to those. Okay. Just want to make sure if these teeth needed to change now, and they do not. Alright, so we've got the back plate, and it needs to have a cutout. Hide this. I'll just convert that and make it for construction. And I'm going to say it's going to have a cutout there. And then there. So those are equal. These are equal. These are coincident. And let's see, can I grab that? I can. Alright. And I can do the same on the other side. If I select this chain, hold down Control, select that chain, unselect that, then go to the mid-plane and mirror. Alright. Now, one thing I know from the past, when you stack up stuff like this, it usually ends up being just a little bit thicker than you would expect it to be. So I'm just going to make that a 1/4 millimeter, and not much, but it's just enough that it doesn't go together right. It's no good. So coincident, bring it out, and equals that. So just a hair more space, and it all fits together really nice. Otherwise, these are just pressing out, and it's hard to glue it together, or even get it pressed together if you're not using glue. Well, especially if you're not using glue, yeah. Alright, so I've got the hole there, and that's filled up with that. We have a hole on the bottom too that's also going to be filled up with that, but that's for later. So then I need a tooth pattern here. And let's see if I can show everything. hide that though. So I need a tooth pattern to match here and there. Alright, so I can go ahead and make that first tooth, which is kind of going to be a non-standard tooth. Because it's not starting where it needs to start, kind of. There's going to be a little bit of a gap. And I'm not too worried about that, honestly. The next one does have to be the correct width. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy it from that. So I'll go like this. And make these all for construction. This one can go away. This one can be equal, and this can be coincident, and this can be coincident. Okay, then alright, so those are the first two teeth. They can be patterned all the way across, but except for the last one. So I'll add the last one in. Oh, this is odd. Huh. What did I do that made it do that? Just gonna delete edges until I get to the one. Loop, yeah, how'd that loop get in there? There we go, much better. Go like that and like that. Okay, and hopefully that matched that. Good deal. Alright, so first two teeth, because this one's slightly different than that one. So that pattern can be filled in pretty easily. Let me hide some stuff so I can put chamfers on that. Go. Alright. So this is going to be handled with cuts. I don't like that. Don't like that at all. Not going to do that. Is this equal? It is. Doesn't need to be. It needs to be all the way down at the bottom. And same over there. Good. Alright. That's better. I like that more. That way I can just add teeth. It's better than cutting them away, I think. Oh. Try not to do that thing I did last time. Okay. I think I'm going to call it a part there, and I will continue this in future videos that are coming very soon. So I hope you'll join me for those. And in the meantime, goodbye, Internet.